TV.
Hi, my name is Maria and welcome to your yoga practice. I'm at Nova Yoga in the heart of the city at 125 Longs Hill, and today's practice is focused on feeling really good in your body, connecting to your breath and finding an overall sense of calm and peace within. Give yourself some time to come to a comfortable seated position. Feel free to bring along a blanket or pillow to sit on, and you might like to have a couple of blocks for your practice as well. And as you settle in, know that you'll have lots of choices in everything that you do today. And let this practice really be what you need it to be. Here you might close your eyes or soften your gaze. And if it connects to you, feel free to take a hand and place it up to the heart, maybe another hand onto the belly. And let your temples relax, let your jaw soften. And as you start to tune into the flow and the rhythm of your breath, take a moment to welcome your whole self to this practice today. And then give yourself a full breath in. And a long, soft breath out. Let your hands come down to your knees. And here you might bow your chin a little closer to your chest. Know that you're welcome to keep your eyes closed. You might gently open the eyes, allow the eyes to adjust to the light. And then bring your head back up to center, and as you do, start to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then on your exhale out, let your shoulders ease and soften down the back. Feel yourself sitting tall through your spine here, and slide your hands a little closer to your knees. And then with your next breath in, start to let your belly roll forward, lift up the heart here, find a slight gaze upward. And then on your exhale out, round through your back body, draw your belly in, and you might bring your chin a little closer to your chest here. And then we'll take another breath in, moving the heart center forward, gentle hug of the shoulder blades together, opening up through the front of the body. And then on your exhale out, a soft rounding into the back of the body. We'll flow like that again, full breath in. And soft breath out. On your next breath in, come back to your neutral spine, sit tall, let the shoulders soften. And here you might keep your hands onto the knees, or with your next breath, float the arms up towards the sky here, reaching tall. On your exhale out, we'll twist over to the right, and as you come into the twist, your hand might land on your knee, down to your shin, you might float it back to your heart. And then let the other hand settle onto the mat behind you, or perhaps you grab a block there. And then take some time to lengthen through the center of your body. Let yourself soften into the twist with your exhale out. And then take another full breath in. And complete breath out. And then with your next breath in, we'll bring the chest back to center, and if you'd like, arms might float up towards the sky again. And then on your exhale, we'll twist over to the left here. Feel yourself connecting to the earth with your back hand here, with your feet. That gentle press of the earth away as you lengthen through the center of your body. And then exhale out, a gentle rotation through the chest here. And then we'll take another breath in. And breath out. And then we'll come back to center. You might have your hands on the knees, or again, you might float the arms up towards the sky, reaching tall. And now on your exhale out, take your right hand to the mat, sweep your left arm a little higher. And then on your exhale here, we'll move into a side bend. And as you do, you can look up, you can look forward or down to the floor. And we'll flow from side to side with the breath. We'll take an inhale to come back to center. And then on your exhale here, side bending to the left. And take your breath in, back to your tall spine. Soft exhale. Breathing in to come back to center. And then exhaling out here over to the left. We'll flow with that one more time. You might slow this down a touch. Give yourself plenty of time to take your full breath out. Breathing in. And then exhale out over to the left. Now let's take a breath in, sweep both arms up towards the sky, reaching tall. And then exhale out. You might bring your hands back to your heart here, maybe take hands down to the knees. And then let yourself pause, full inhale here. And soft breath out. And now we'll start to move into hands and knees, and it'll be a short visit there. Know that you're welcome to take something underneath the knees anytime that you'd like to do this. We'll come into hands and knees and tuck our toes, and then start to slide our hands back towards the knees. Gently press off the mat here as you roll onto the soles of your feet, making your way into a forward fold. And then from your forward fold, generous bend in the knees here. Your feet might be hip distance apart, or maybe they're a little wider. Let your head softly hang. You might hold on to opposite elbows and start to find a little sway from side to side. Maybe nodding the head yes and no. And shaking out the hands, shaking out the wrists. And then feel the four corners of your feet rooting against the earth here. And then with your next breath in, bring your hips back in space, and then we're going to take a slow rise up to stand. Up to stand, slow rise up, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then let your shoulders soften down the back. And then from here, take a breath in, sweep the arms out wide, reach the hands up and overhead. And then with your exhale out, palms come together, hands resting at the heart. Steady inhale. And soft exhale. And let your arms come down by the side and take a few mindful steps, and we'll meet ourselves at the top of the mat. If you know you'd like to have a couple of blocks here as we move into a low lunge, have those ready. And if you'd like to have something for your knee, you might take a pillow or a blanket there to support the knee. Take your time to arrive to your mountain pose Tadasana and feel the four corners of your feet rooting down against the mat. The base of your big toe, the base of your pinky, the inner and outer edge of your heel. And as you press down into the earth here, lengthen through the whole body, let your shoulders soften down the back. When you're ready to breathe in, sweep the arms out wide, reach them up and overhead. And then on your exhale out, palms press together, knees softly bend again, making your way into your fold. Take your breath in here, slide your hands up to meet your shins or your thighs. Lengthen legs, lengthen spine. And then with your exhale out, your hands might come down to meet the mat, or here you might reach for your blocks. Pick up your left foot, step your left foot behind you, lower the knee down to the mat. And here's where you might add some padding on for your knee. Press into the sole of the front foot. Slow rise up. We'll meet with hands on the thigh. Lengthen through the center of your body. Sit tall in your spine and let your shoulders soften down your back. Now we'll keep our left hand here to the right thigh. We'll let our right arm here soften by the side. And now when you're ready to breathe in, sweep your arm forward, reach it up and overhead, and then start to rotate into a gentle twist as you reach the arm behind you, maybe following the hand with your eyes. And then the arm sweeps down and it reaches up towards the sky again. Slow, mindful rotation through the spine. And then we'll take that one more time, breath in, arm lifting up. Circle the arm behind you. Notice how that feels for the chest and for the shoulder. And now one more option here. You might lift up both arms, maybe sweep them up towards the sky as you take your full breath in. And then on your exhale out, bring your hands down to meet your blocks or to meet your mat. Slide your right knee back to meet your left here, and feel free to tuck your blocks off to the side and roll out your mat so you have padding for both knees. Come into your neutral tabletop here, and we'll move through some spinal waves. As we breathe in, lift the tailbone up towards the sky, let your belly soften, open the heart, lift the crown of the head up. And then on your exhale out, round through your back body, draw your belly in. And then we'll take that again, breathing in, tailbone lifting, heart center opening, crown of the head lifting up. And then exhale out, softly rounding through the back. Let's flow with that one more time. Full breath in. And full breath out. Next breath in, come back to your neutral tabletop. And same transition to standing as before. Walk your hands back toward your knees. Roll on to the soles of your feet here. You might move that padding off to the side. Generous bend in the knees, press down into the feet here, tone through the belly, and then take your time to slowly rise up here. Feel yourself pressing the earth away. Lift your shoulders up towards the ears. Let them soften down the back. And then with your next breath in, sweep the arms out wide, reach the hands up and overhead. And on your exhale out, hands come to heart center, and as they do, start to shift your awareness, your attention into your left foot. Moving into our tree pose, Vrikshasana. You might start to lift up your right heel, laying onto the tippy toes of your right foot. Turn the knee out to the side, slide your foot so that your heel is landing in that space just above your right ankle. Press foot into leg, leg back into foot. Maybe you explore bringing the curve of your arch to the curve of your calf, balancing on your standing leg, your left leg. And then another option here is to maybe sweep the arms up towards the sky. Find a kind balance challenge for your body today. And then wherever you are, steady breath in. Soft breath out. Let your hands come back down to the heart. Bring your right knee forward, take that foot to the mat. Let your arms come down by your side, maybe give yourself a little shake out. And then take your time again to walk to the top of the mat, and we'll meet here back in our mountain pose. Let your feet root down, lengthen through the spine, let your shoulders soften down the back. Welcome yourself here again, full breath in. Full breath out. And then we'll take a breath in to sweep the arms out wide, reach the hands up and overhead. With your exhale out, palms press together, knees softly bend, make your way into your fold. Take your breath in here, slide hands up to meet the shins or the thighs, half lift, lengthen. And then with your exhale, your hands might meet the floor, they might reach for your blocks. Take your time to slide your right foot to the back of the mat this time and lower your right knee on some padding if you'd like to have some additional support. And then a slow rise up to your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Front knee anchored over your front ankle here, hips hugging in, core strong and steady. Right hand comes to the left thigh, left arm soft by the side. And then take your breath in to sweep the arm forward, reach it up and overhead, and then start to slowly rotate into the twist here, reaching the arm behind you. And take another breath in, arm reaching forward, and then up towards the sky. Take your time to rotate the rib cage, the shoulders, the upper back. We'll take that again, full breath in, tall through the spine as you reach the arm. And now this time with your breath in, you might keep the chest square forward and perhaps both arms reach up towards the sky, breathing in as you arrive. And then breathing out to bring your hands down to the floor to your blocks. We'll slide now our left knee back to meet the right. We'll come into hands and knees. Feel free to spread your padding out so you have support for both knees. And then from our neutral tabletop, waving the spine again. Breathing in to tilt the tailbone, to let the belly soften, open the heart center forward. Exhaling out to round through your back body. And then breath in here, softening the belly, heart center opening. And then with your exhale out, rounding softly into the low back, the mid back, the space between the shoulder blades. And then we'll flow with that one more time. Take your time here to fill up with a breath in. And a soft rounding through the spine with your breath out. Come back into your neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes, slide your hands back toward your knees. Press off the hands here, slowly make your way into your forward fold, so same transition as last time, generous bend in the knees. Press down into the feet, tone into the belly here, hips move back in space, slow rise up to stand. Stacking one disc at a time here. And then as you lengthen through the body, shrug your shoulders up towards the ears. And with your exhale out, let your shoulders soften down the back. Take a breath in, arms spread out wide, reach them up towards the sky. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And this time our awareness, our attention moves down into the sole of the right foot. Press the right foot down, strong and steady there, a little softness in your right knee. Hug your outer right hip in. Start to rise up onto the tippy toes of your left foot, and this is where you might be, toes to the mat. Turn your knee out to the side and then slide your left heel to make this space just above your right ankle. And that might be where you pause, or maybe here you slide the curve of your arch to meet the curve of your calf, bringing the foot to the low leg. Feel that steadiness at your center as you hug the outer hips in, as you draw the core in. And you might press the palms together here at the heart, or you might explore reaching your arms up towards the sky. Be here with your steady inhale. And your soft exhale. And give yourself another breath in. And then exhale out, float the hands down to the heart. Bring your knee forward, take that foot down to the mat. Give yourself a little bit of movement here. Maybe roll the shoulders, shake out the legs, shake out the hands. And then we'll meet at the top of the mat here. Give yourself some time to arrive back into your mountain pose. Let the feet root down, let the shoulders soften. Open the heart center forward here and take this next breath to notice your body from head to toe. Notice how your physical body feels. Notice how your breath is flowing. And then when you're ready to breathe in again, we'll sweep the arms out wide, reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale out, hands come together, knees softly bend. We'll make our way back into our forward fold. On your inhale here, slide your hands up to meet the shins or the thighs. Lengthen legs, lengthen spine. On your exhale out, hands to the mat or hands to your blocks. This time we'll step back into hands and knees. And if child's pose is a comfortable place for you to be, you might bring your big toe mounds together, knees together, or maybe to the long edges of your mat. And your forehead might come down to the mat here. If you prefer to rest in another way, feel free to sit back onto your knees, come into kneeling, or find yourself in another comfortable seated posture. Let yourself pause. And be here with your body, be here with your breath. And taking another slow breath in. And soft breath out. And then from your child's pose or from kneeling, we'll start to make our way onto our seat. You might bring something along to sit on here if you'd like a little comfort. Take your time to arrive to your comfortable seat here. Feel free to cross the legs out in front. You might start with the left leg out in front of the right. Tall through your spine. Take a full breath in. And then let your shoulders soften down the back with your breath out. And then with your next inhale, the option to reach your arms up towards the sky, lift and lengthen. And then on your exhale out, gently fold over the legs here. Find a long rainbow shape with your spine. Release the head, release the jaw. And here you might pause in stillness. You might find a little movement, maybe rocking the head from side to side. You might shift the upper body as well, maybe swaying the shoulders, rocking the spine from right to left. And feel yourself ease into this particular shape. And taking another full breath in. And soft breath out. Gently tuck your chin here. Take your time, slow rise back up to your tall spine. And as you rise up, you might shrug your shoulders up towards the ears if that feels good. And then with your exhale out, let your hands rest behind you. Press into the fingertips here, lift through the heart, hug your shoulder blades together. And then on your exhale out, come back to your tall spine. Adding one more pose here, breath in, arms reaching up towards the sky. And then exhale out, we'll twist over to the right. Landing here, softening into the rotation. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then come back to center. Let your hands come by your sides. Switch the cross of your legs here, or feel free to find another comfortable position. We'll repeat that sequence, that flow. Then we'll take a breath in, arms reaching up and overhead, lengthening through the spine. And then on your exhale out, softly fold over the legs here. Let your spine round, release the shoulders, the head. And then you might pause in stillness, or maybe you add a little movement. You might nod the head, yes and no. Something else here might feel really good to you, like swaying the upper body from side to side. Take another full round of your breath. And then when you're ready to breathe in again, slow rise back up to your tall spine. Shrug your shoulders up towards the ears along the way. And then with your exhale out, let your hands land behind you. Here you might press into the mat to lift up through the heart, gentle hug of the shoulder blades together. And then come back to your neutral spine. Take a breath in, arms floating up towards the sky. And then on your exhale out, we'll twist over to the left. You might land your hand to the knee, to the shin, or maybe up to the heart. Let your other hand press into the floor behind you. Give yourself a steady breath in. Long, soft breath out. And slowly unwind and come back to center. And then you might end your practice here in a seated meditation, or you may take some time to lower down onto the mat. And if you're lowering down to the mat, feel free to bring along a blanket for your head if that would feel good to you. You can slide a pillow or bolster underneath the knees. Legs might stretch out long, or knees might gently bend here. Arms can be by the side, or hands might rest softly onto the belly. And give yourself some time to close your eyes or soften your gaze, to feel your whole back body supported by the floor, and to release the effort of your practice. Be here with the gifts of space and softness and ease. And be here with the gentle flow of your breath. And staying as long as you'd like in your rest today. And whenever you're ready to rise up, feel free to bring hands to the heart, palms pressing together, Anjali Mudra, or maybe hands onto the heart center. And give yourself a moment to thank yourself for dedicating this time to you today. And I send my gratitude out to you for sharing this practice with me. Have a beautiful day.
If you have a comment about this program